I'm the slasher movie reviewer, and to get us pumped for Saw 3D, which is being released this Friday, I thought I would review every Saw film. Now I'm going to review them in separate videos. So this is my review for the first Saw film. Now, Saw pretty much tells the story of a deranged psychopathic serial killer who goes by the name of Jigsaw, who pretty much enjoys teaching the value of life. And his way of teaching it is thrusting them into torturous games to help them. And like he kidnaps them, and he kidnaps the whores, the cheaters, the druggies, and stuff like that, and really teach them the value of life. And if you don't obey by his rules and abide by the game, then you just might end up in this game might have some deadly consequences. It's directed by James Wan and Leo Wyland. I'm sorry, I'm really bad with pronouncing names. Something about it, you just gotta bear with me. But Liam Wyland's script and story is really tight. It feels really original. It feels like they've taken sort of an old-fashioned slasher flick and sort of gave it a modern twist. You know, it feels very original, and it's very engaging. It's very raw, and it's very slickly directed, which is on James Wan's behalf. And I love the color tone and the fast camera effects and stuff like that. That's awesome. And I mean, pretty much the first Saw is about two men waking up in an abandoned bathroom chained to two pipes on either end with a dead man in the middle, and it just branches off of that. And I mean, it's so crazy how complex this film is and all the little details. And this is a freaking gory film. I mean, this is a very gory film. Like, there's one, and the traps are very cool and inventive. There's one trap that I feel is probably one of the best Saw traps and one of the most classical ones. It's Amanda's the reverse bear trap, where she has to sting like implant it into her gall there, and like if she has a certain amount of time to get the thing off, and she has to like get the key out of her dead cellmate, or else if she doesn't, her mouth will just go ugh. Holy crap. I mean, those were some really cool inventive stuff, and I really like the way that scene flowed. It's got the fast camera angles going on, and it's kind of greenish and stuff like that. I mean, the editing and stuff like that is really cool and stuff like that, and it really keeps the film going and moving, and you really have no idea where this film's going because all the plot twists and turns, which leads to the ultimate plot twist that is given at the end. Now let me freaking tell you, that is by far one of the best plot twists, one of the best shocking endings in horror movies of all time, and one of the best endings in a movie period of all time. I feel like it's up there with The Sixth Sense. You really honestly cannot guess it. I mean, you cannot guess it. And I mean, it's just beautiful. And like, and I was sitting there watching, and it plays the what the oh my god factor. It's just, it really drops your mouth. And don't you tell me you were able to predict that twist. It's just no possible way. No possible way anyone could ever predict a twist like that. I can't get my head wrapped around it how you can predict it. It's so freaking awesome. It's so freaking cool. Saw is in a true American horror classic. This is an American movie. It's an American horror movie. It's got all the gore, the blood, the guts. It's got, you know, everything that says Hollywood studio, but it's one that is a rare Hollywood studio film done freaking well. I mean, and honestly, it's that twist that makes this film pop into classic territory. I mean, this is the film that started a wave of Saw films, and honestly, it's probably the one that I feel is my personal favorite, because it's just so engaging, and it started this whole thing. I mean, you know, now we sort of have an idea what Saw's gonna be like, but this is the one that started it all, and you have to give it to James Wan and Whalen. I'm sorry. You have to give it to them because they did a phenomenal job. Saw, cult classic film, great horror film, truly classic. There's nothing wrong with it. It's fantastic horror film. And honestly, if you have not seen Saw, and especially by now, then you are not a horror fan. I mean, you've got to have seen Saw. If you, and I mean, you have to see it. If you consider yourself a horror buff or just a lover of horror and you ain't seen Saw, come on, what's taking so freaking long? But yes, I'm giving Saw a perfect score, 5 out of 5 stars. So yes, there you have it, my review of the first Saw film. More to be coming your way, and you just been slashed.